Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video guide for Cyberpunk 2077. In this video, folks, I'm going to show you how to level up fast, or in other words, how to power level. Now, in order to do this, you will basically want to pay attention to the following things. You will want to invest points in damage for your grenades. We're going to be testing out a variety of grenades. You can actually even do them with the common grenade, and this area that I'm in works really well. So I have invested in these perks right here. I do want my grenades to do as much damage as possible. Basically, I want my grenades to one shot. Now the enemies here are not that difficult, and I am playing on medium difficulty, and the grenades here of course do tons of damage. There are perks over there that I just showed you that work really well. Of course, I'm going to be doing this with Comrade's Hammer with a couple of variations of grenades. I do want to level up my pistol skill and get my damage up on Comrade's Hammer. So I'll show you the run that we do. I'll also show you the map location for this area, and this kind of works with pretty much any area where there are groups of bad NPCs that regularly respawn. The idea is we want to kill them off. Now, in this first phase, I'm going to show you my run with Comrade's Hammer, and the idea is we want to kill them as fast as possible. But because Comrade's Hammer is a one-shot, it may take a bit longer. However, there is a bit of a perk to using Comrade's Hammer in my case, and of course that is because I'm leveling up my pistol skill, which of course will affect the overall damage of this gun, and I want to get it as high as possible. Comrade Hammer also has a wonderful ability that basically does damage to other enemies once you've killed an NPC with it, providing they are within a certain radius. So that does make it quick. As you can see, my XP is going up really quick, and I am at level 33 if I'm not mistaken, or 32, and I've actually pulled a couple of levels here, so this is quite late in the game. You can do this early on. You can do this with a gun. If you're going to use a gun though, do bear in mind that sometimes, just generally speaking, the NPCs here won't always spawn in the exact same spot, but you can run backwards and forwards with the gun and just shoot them off. Now, I would probably recommend starting this maybe at level 12-ish to 20-ish. It does get easier the further you are in the level, but it does also take longer. However, one thing that I have noted is that the experience that you get does slightly increase with the amount or the level that you have. So you get, I think, about 1 or 2 additional XP per kill, or yeah, per kill of group, basically per kill per group, if that makes sense. So once you complete one of these groups, you get an additional point each level that you gain. So it does scale up with you. This is quite nice because they are really close together. You don't have to go too far away. And now I'm using grenades, as you can see, to one-shot them. It also does give me points in engineering skills, so that is pretty cool as well. Now, the grenades that I'm using are actually later on in the game, and what they do is they hover about, they select the target, they go towards the target, and then basically blow up. So with the skills that I showed you earlier on that I recommend you put in your grenade skill, you will be able to one-shot these. Now, of course, you can do this, as I said early on, you don't even need good weapons, you just need some grenades, and grenades you can craft. And what's nice about this is, after a couple of runs of these, I recommend looting all the dead bodies, breaking down the parts, and then of course you can craft some more grenades and just keep doing this run. So it kind of is a run that refuels itself in terms of the materials needed to craft grenades, and really all you need is grenades. I'm going to show you lesser grenades as well. Of course, I am of a fairly high level, but as long as you've invested those points in the grenade perks, you will do more damage with the grenades, and that is what we want. So I'm aiming for the group. I don't even have to look with these grenades because they kind of just link or find the nearest target, go towards that target after they've hovered, and blow up, doing damage to all of the NPCs. This one is actually the dodgiest one, to be fairly honest. The one on this end that I'm going towards now is actually easier to hit, but they do sometimes spawn behind the vehicle, so keep that in mind. They don't always spawn. It's almost like they spawn in an aggroed state, if that makes sense. And so one NPC will end up being behind the car, but if you have plenty of grenades, you just chuck them and let the grenades do their thing. So I'm going to change to lesser grenades to show you that it works. There we go. I thought the grenade didn't explode, so I just went for Comrade's hammer. So let's change out the grenades. I now am using the lesser grenades. These are the very first grenades that you get access to. We're going to do the exact same thing, as you can see, just as efficient. They do bounce about a bit, so you have to account for that. And I'll show you kind of the line where you want to be with that group that we just blew up over here. This can be a bit dodgy at times. They are already aggro. Let's see what happens. I have a gun at the ready because sometimes you don't kill them all off. If you don't see the prompt, there we go, as you can see, if you don't see the prompt for the experience, that means you've left 1 or 2 enemies behind, so finish them off. I'm just going to use Comrade's hammer to take care of this guy. He's right there, and that should do it. So you want to see that experience bar going up after you've thrown a grenade. If it has not gone up, that means one of the bad guys, or possibly 2 of them, are still up. Okay, so I totally missed that one. Let's try this again. Perfect. So as you can see, sometimes it can take a couple of throws, but it works really well. And as I said, even late in the game, I still pulled a few levels. It's a good way to level up. Now this works with any area where the NPCs, or there are groups of NPCs that respawn continuously. All you need to do is find the best path. It really doesn't matter what NPC it is, because as I said, the amount of points you get per kill or per group killed scales up with you, so really doesn't matter. I find this one to be the most efficient. Now you want to kind of come up to this newspaper right there in front. I'll just quickly deal with these guys, but you can see right below my gun there's a newspaper. You don't want to go past that because you will aggro the NPCs by just them seeing you, so you will alert them. That is my marker right there, and basically over here in between these vehicles, you have to be really quick, chuck a grenade, wait for the magic to happen, and hope they all go down. I'm not sure of it, so I'll put another one there just for good measure. I mean, I can craft these for days. Okay, so there's another one that's still up. So as you can see, sometimes it doesn't always work, but it is fun, and if you have grenades, just basically spam the grenade and just blow them up. And you'll have plenty of materials from all of the NPCs that you'll have killed, from all of their loot, to break down and make some more grenades. Let's try that right there. As you can see, one's already spawned behind the car. Now here is the location. So this is the run that I'm doing. I'm going to show you the map location right there. So I'm doing this with Comrade's hammer. Alright, so, and I like this gun because, as you can see right there, there's a ton of stuff that you can pick up. So pick all of these up. It doesn't matter the quality. Break them down for the parts, and then you can make more grenades and just keep on farming. So it's one of those things where you actually make more materials than you waste on the grenades. So, you know, you'll have loads. Plus, you might get some good things over here. I mean, nothing that these guys drop is of interest to me, but it's most certainly worth picking all this up, breaking it down for the components, and then using the components to make more grenades. And you can continue farming with this method until you are bored or satisfied with the level that you have. So over here, as you can see, all the bits that I picked up have over encumbered me, and now I'm just going to start breaking them down into the components, which I'll eventually use for the purposes of making grenades, or I recommend if using it for that if you're low level early in the game. I'm just going to duplicate anything and everything that I need, as long as the method for duplication works. Now, of course, I do have a guide on how to do that, but I just wanted to show this thing right here so you can see that I'm getting loads of parts from this, which should then fund my ability, my crafting of grenades. So it's self-sustaining, it's worth doing. definitely an easy way of leveling up, and I have pulled in 4 levels already with this method quite quickly. So where is the location of that area on the map? I'm going to show you that right now. We're going to go to a fast travel point. We're going to select this one right here. It's the closest to me. And then let's have a look at the map as to where you want to go. So it's right here where you want to be. We're going to quickly fast travel, and then I'll actually slow down and show you the location that I'm at once the loading screen decides to pop up. Oh, that took a bit long. I'll also show you the route without the NPCs already being aggroed, but definitely easy. Now this is really good because you can get some street cred here as well, but it's more efficient with regards to farming levels. Sasquatch is good for, and I'll put that guide here at the end of this video, for getting the street cred up and getting a ton of money. And this particular area I find to be the best, or amongst the best areas with regards to farming levels. So here we go. This is where we are, as you can see, and the path is basically, we'll go this way. There's these cars here, 3 NPCs, kill them all. Once they're dead, you get your XP. It'll give you XP in the what's it called, in engineering, and if you're using handguns like I am, so that's the fast travel point right there. I'll also get some experience in that, and of course leveling up your proficiency in a weapon that you like does increase the damage it does. So my interest here is to get my proficiency with the handguns as high as possible. So that's pretty much it. It's easy. I mean, there are other areas on the map where you can go and find groups, but these guys are kind of close to each other, so just run backwards and forwards and do this until you get bored or get to the level that you want. That is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found it useful and informative. If you have, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. And of course, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description. And until next time, stay safe, folks.